Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today, we have a very awesome creation. We're going to be looking at Intercoastal Coaster Park, created by NeonFeather, one of our Discord advanced builders and silver patrons. Thank you so much for your support, NeonFeather. And here they say, heyo, Channel 5 crew, great to be back with another submission. My latest nearly year-long project, Intercoastal Coaster Park. After the feedback from my mega project, Kestrel Park, I tried to build a smaller park to improve on frame rate. Well, the park is smaller, but you'll have to judge on the frames. My bad. This is one you can actually stand to have some guests in it, so I think that's a good sign. Intercoastal Coaster Park started off as a local country fairground that features a long, winding waterfront promenade. After an investor came along and purchased all the land and rides from the country, the once seasonal event became a permanent fixture in the community, and the park began to see an addition of major coasters. All the coasters are custom, but the flat rides, games, and many other food stands and blueprints from the community. I'm adding tags for the creators. Enjoy. Fantastic, great to see. And I did look up their Kestrel Park, and I do remember the thumbnail said 12 miles of coaster. Kestrel Park Spotlight 184, and this has got to be for something. So in a year we've done over 200, and we're revisiting NeonFeather's newest creation, which is exciting. And I'm glad that you put in tags for the community creators in the description for all the blueprints that you used, something we talked about on Tuesday's Park Spotlight. So really cool stuff. I'm excited about this. Let's get right on into it. All right, kicking things off with some Planet Bluegrass. You've been working on this for a year. Did you intend to put Planet Bluegrass as your entrance, as an homage to Johnny, or was that a happy accident? I don't know, but it's awesome. Intercoastal coasters. That's a hard ring on words there. So we are getting 20 frame rates. They said judge for ourselves, but I can do 20. It's when we start getting down to 8 and below where it's a little bit iffy. Already looking beautiful. Now, this is actually a great, what do you call it? Thank you for visiting. Comparison to the Tuesday's park that I recorded, because that one had a lot of blueprints from the community, so much so that I don't even know how much of the park was created by the creator, and none of them was credited in the description. Whereas this creator, NeonFeather, is very good at making everything custom themselves, and you'll see that in today's. All these coasters are made by them. They've said that, they've confirmed that, but the little things, maybe a few signs and a few shops, or maybe some midway games, those are from the workshop, and they've been credited on the page. So this creator is going about it and doing it right. And their previous creation had 12 miles of coaster. It was almost so much that my computer could barely handle it, but their creation was amazing. Look at this. This is incredible. And you can see that. The artistry of this creator is exceptional, and this time they limited themselves to something that is a little bit more manageable in the frame rates. And like I said, I can do 20. 20 is good. We got the sound, we got things, you know, guests, or not guests, but employees walking around. We might be able to let some guests in, but I'm gonna go without it. We have the midway game section. There's so many details of here. It's so realistic, it's beautiful, it's friendly. And there's two sides of this park. You will see it from a bird's eye view later. Maybe you saw it in the B-roll. But the park is shapely. It's beautiful. The pathwork is really tight and clean. So you use the workshop like it's meant to be used. It's there for people to, you know, help get inspired, help build stuff. Oh, we have a chairlift. I don't think we're going to get on the chairlift, but I kind of want to follow it and see where it would take us. Oh, right to the other side of the park. Wow. Okay, maybe we'll like follow that later, but I want to go into this midway game section and have a look around. Well, what was I saying is that you're using, maybe this was taken from the workshop. I mean, it says right there, by Wazane. So yeah, I mean, you're crediting people where credit is due, but you're also using it to enhance and elevate your own use of building skills. You're really good at the game, but you say, hey, I don't have time to place every single prize balloon. So let's just take that off the workshop, put it in the center here, credit the person, and I will focus on the design around it. And I gotta say, the integration, the design, and the way it all comes together, the way you know, it looks and feels like a theme park. I'm coming into this park, I'm feeling excited about the park spotlight just by opening up the park itself and seeing the layout and seeing the detail. And of course, NeonFeather being a reoccurring creator on the show, doing the Kestrel Park that was absolutely insanely creative. We know that they are fully capable of some amazing stuff. And everything that we're going to see in terms of coaster designs, layout, is created by them. And, you know, this is what I'm trying to say in the Tuesday's episode, is when you design a park and you're going to heavily use the theme maker, I mean, not theme maker, but the workshop, that is quite okay. But you got to, you know, at this point, you're being judged on the design. And look at this design. A little area to spritz off and cool down. Some beautiful shade for the benches. Great fence work. Bins. The design is impeccable. Boating area. Boat launch. So, the integration's beautiful. The realism's beautiful. Everything about this is exciting. And I think this is going to be a really fantastic park spotlight, so I'm excited. And I love the fact that NeonFeather said, okay, Johnny, I made 12 miles of coaster. It was a little bit too much for your computer. Let me trim that back a little bit. Let me focus down. And the results are phenomenal. Because you have a park that's running beautifully, but you've elevated your details. I can already see the extra attention to detail down to the little ledges that you can sit on. I mean, this looks like an evolution from your last creation. And that's the thing, is some people think bigger is better. Not always the case. And this is bigger in my opinion, because there's more details, there's more realism, there's more eye-catching elements. And to me, that's bigger. It's more memorable. So while it's a smaller park, it's a more memorable experience. And I think that leads to a bigger and better experience than the last one. But there is something to be said about 12 miles of coaster. So you definitely get, I'll put a link to their last creation in the description below, and you can go check that out for yourself so you can see the direct comparison. And you can also ride 12 miles of coaster. I mean, that alone set some records, and you got a lot of views too, because I mean, there's nothing crazier than 12 miles of coaster. But wow, look at the way you lit up that wooden coaster there. This wooden coaster looks like it is lapping around the entire park. I don't even know where to get on. Look at the vintage lighting here. This is incredible. That's a Wendigo? Oh, I love a good Wendigo. Oh man, I'm in love with this park. Beautiful stuff already. And NeonFeather with a return after 1 year. Good to have you back, buddy. This is quite incredible. All right, here's the cue for the Wendigo. Boop, boop, boop. We're jumping railings here today. Love the vintage lighting on this. This is a joy to look at both day and night, and I did notice there's a big stage at the back. Oh, what I wanted to say, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I stopped myself, or maybe I was on the thought process of explaining it to you. There's a lot of custom music in this park, but the creator said that they're not royalty free, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're just going to go with Planet Coaster music. It's just a coaster. Most coasters don't need music anyways. We're going to ride this Wendigo in track view. Let's give it a go. Okay, oh, it runs through twice. But wow, what a solid junior Wendigo coaster. Should loop through twice. Most of these do. And look at the details there. I love all the hedge work in the middle, the custom supports, the custom vintage lighting. There's just so much to this that stands out. A beautiful sign out front. And yeah, it's great little layout on it as well. Good track. Custom fencing on the sides. Nice little touches of realism there. It's beautiful. And what was this one called? Wacky Worm. I love it. Presented by NeonFeather. So, shouting out when they designed, they did say they built all the coasters. And I love just the garden work that you did into the pathing. It's very just superb quality. And, you know, I just love the way this is lit up at night. You did a lot of this vintage, what do I want to say? Carnival style vintage lighting. And it just feels very playful. Look at this. Wilde Maus. Let's do it. Like, some of this stuff, I just feel like you have to ride it at night, and this is definitely one of them. So we're closing this guy down. It is a traditional Wilde Maus. There's a look at the stats if you want to see them. And we're going to go in seat view and the middle seat so we can enjoy the spin. Let's do it. Wowee. An amazing Wilde Maus coaster. Entertaining, fun music, great lighting, great theming, tons of realism, just insane colors. Just an experience. And, you know, it's just got that, like, traditional layout back and forth, but, like, it comes to life to the point where, like, we have to go on that. And I generally find these Wilde Mauses very boring, and it's because of this back and forth layout that's not that interesting. But I found that very, very fun. And it's because of all the other elements added in there, just stimulating the mind through color and lighting and all that good stuff. I have no idea how we get to this wooden coaster, but you know me, I want to go on that wooden coaster. And we will find a way. Wow, look at this. And that's the other side of the park. We're going to save that until we've 100% completed this area. Oh, Skyward Rush. Look at that. Damn. Torque launched corkscrew. Let's go. There's the entrance. Let's literally go on it right now. I love this boarding station. Freaking epic. All right, here's the Skyward Rush. A Star Loop power-up. Oh, cool. All right. How many inversions? 5. Airtime count 2. Let's go! Quick, but amazing. You know what? I just realized, like, we're just doing everything at night now. This is one of the best nighttime parks I have seen in a very long time. So I do want to appreciate it. But it also has this beautiful tropical cabana style feel to it during the day. I love all the palm trees and stuff. It's got it both. And we're definitely going to have to ride a couple of these coasters at both day and night. And I think that will include the wooden coaster. So let's, I mean, this has some gnarly nighttime lighting. So why don't we just ride this at POV night, and then we'll go to like the back of the train and feel the whip of the end of the train at daytime. Let's check it out. This one's leaving. There's a look at the stats. Tidal Surge. Let's go. Oh, we're going to jump into this one. Nope. All right, we're going to just wait. We're just going to wait for it. Oh, and wait, there's another wooden coaster. That one might be even bigger. I can't even speak anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the lighting. Complimentary purples and yellows. All right, enough out of me. Well, I quickly realized right away as we're going off that lift, this is not a wooden coaster at all. We are looking at an RMC, and this RMC deserves some daytime rides. We're going to check this out again, and we're going to go to the next train at the back. No guests on this, and we're going to pop up just a tad, and we're going to let this thing pull us around. Absolutely sensational. Gotta say, I love how you dip that underneath the pathway. Where is that? Okay, no, it crosses over. It comes down, crosses through and under, and comes back over this way. Wow. Great design on these coasters. And I missed back here, we had a slingshot. I saw that lighting up at night. Gotta love those slingshots. I've been on one of those. It's so much fun. I actually went on it twice. It was so good. Oh, I love those. I did, the funny thing is, I did this when I was like a teenager. I loved it. But then the drop zone or whatever, where they just drop you, I hated it. It freaked me out. I did not like it at all. But the slingshot, it's just the vertical G's up and then down. It's a little bit different. It doesn't really feel like you're free falling, but rather being launched. It's a way different feeling than the drop zone. The drop zone scared the living bejesus out of me. Anyways, back to the park. Really awesome stuff, this park. The Frisbee, I also love those. They introduced this to my local theme park, and it was like, they brought it in as a special 1 year only thing. And me and my cousin went on this thing, I think 8 times. We just kept on riding it, and it was nighttime. It was so cool. Rampage. Now this is the wooden coaster. So I was wondering why there was 2 wooden coasters, because it wasn't. One was an RMC, presented by NeonFeather. I think we have to give this one a ride at day and night as well, because we're going to be passing by that big stage. I mean, if there's any coaster to ride twice, it's going to be the RMC and Woody's, right? No flashlight. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. I think that no flashlight means please ride me at night, but we'll also give it a daytime run. I do want to wait until a coaster arrives, because I don't want dummies sitting in the seats with us. I think what we'll do this time is we'll do the reverse. We'll ride the back at night and the front at day. Boom. All right, there's a look at all the stats if you guys want to see them. And this is a wooden Zephyrus coaster. Just a bit of a train swap there. Do we have music on this one? Action coaster. So it looks like you had custom music in your downloads feature, but you all look how long the coaster takes to get back. We're looking at 1,600 meters in track length for a Woody. Incredible. I'll cut to it when it's ready. Okay, guys, I was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. The coaster's not leaving. Uh-oh, you didn't test your coaster. We're gonna have to fix this. Give me a second. All right, it's all fixed now. We're just gonna go in test mode now. Wah, wah, wah. Looks like we'll have dummies in the back. And I do want to go to the back of the train. Let's do it. Said we were gonna ride it twice, but I changed my mind. the wait, the long wait that I sat here for, curbed my enthusiasm for this coaster, as much as I love Woodies. But the nighttime lighting is where it was meant to be, I think, with, yeah, it just looks phenomenal. Great lighting on that. It's wonderful. Now, I did mention this in previous episodes, and I'm going to mention it again here, you guys. We now have the nomination form uploaded in the defaults of the description. So if you see a creation that you love, and you most likely love this one as much as I do, you think this is worthy of a 2021 nomination, built by VRLST. Yeah, if you think this is worthy of a nomination, go ahead and nominate it, but it has to be a 2021 creation. So if we happen to be featuring something from 2020, like the last park of the week and on Tuesday, that was a 2020 creation, it's not eligible for a 2021 nomination. So you just have to check that, but most of the stuff that we're trying to feature as of lately is 2021 and newer stuff. But of course, you know, there's only so many new things pouring into the inbox every week or month. So there's going to be older stuff as well. But this is definitely a 2021 creation. At least I think it is. Let me double check. It just was submitted. Yep, posted February. Good. And it was updated on March. Awesome. All right, that's this side of the park. What an absolutely amazing experience. I loved every minute of it. There's a pathway leading us to this side, but also a boat ride that you could take. And this is going to be also a wondrous area of the park to check out at nighttime. I almost feel like this whole park should just be done at nighttime. It has this like almost Miami, I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's wonderful is what it is. Oh. Wow. Look how evenly spaced all the lights and the bins and the trees are. The attention to detail and the precision here is amazing. Acceleron. Let's do it. Wait, is this the flat ride? Or is this the coaster? Okay, there's a flat ride and a coaster here. I love the fact that you built a custom side just for the flat ride. Look at the colors. There's a big stage back there that I'm excited to check out. Star Cadet. This way. Wow. Look at that sign. Cool. Sure, let's take the fast pass. Wait a second. Is this... The fast passes always mess me up because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go this way or that way. Let's just assume it's this way and hope for the best. Okay, it is. Oh, flying stingray. This rotates upward. Let's go up. Check this ride out. Wow, that is an absolutely stellar flying coaster. Great control over the coaster train itself. Wow, freaking Look at that. Beautiful scenery, great theming. Looks like we have even custom supports. 1,700 custom supports. Wow. That is stellar. Interstellar. Damn. I take it this is from a TV show? I don't have TV, you guys. Which means I'm going to be... It kind of gives me Rick and Morty vibes. Probably from the same creators. I'm sure they have a dozen of those TV shows now. Wow. Well, if it is, you can fire away in the comments down below. You guys probably know more about it than I do. Freaking cool, though. I like it nonetheless. Couple drop towers over here. 3 of them. Triple drop tower. Great lighting. There's something crazy going on over there. Ring racers. So, because we don't have guests in the park, we can't exactly go on the go-karts. But we can just kind of rip around here. And give it a pretend drive. I wonder if this was supposed to be nighttime as well. The go-karts are feeling a little plain. The tunnels are a little bit plain. It's kind of surprising to me, considering how detailed your park is so far. I feel like it could use a little bit more theming around it. But, you know, they're go-karts. They don't have to be anything more than a circuit, so I get it. In fact, it's probably quite realistic and normal to have it that way. But the theming of your park has been over the top so far, so that's the one thing I expected a little bit more on. But since the guests can't even go on it, they're not here, it's quite okay. So look at that. We have another wooden coaster, but this time you're using the monster train rather than the more traditional train. I guess the monster is the first one. Depends on what you classify as traditional. Planet Coaster traditional or the train from real life. But nonetheless, this is the classic Planet Coaster wooden coaster. And there's a look at all the stats. 1,400 meters in length. Another doozy. I'm just going to wait for one to pull in. And there's one right there. And I want to get to the proper train. And we're going to sit in seat view for this one. And do it at daytime. Wow, awesome. I love it. I love the fact that you got two. What was this one called? Rampage and Villain. See, at first, I thought the Rampage went all the way to the back of the park, but I didn't realize it was 2 wooden coasters. That would have been quite insane. 2 really good wooden coasters, mind you. Wow. Okay. You know what? Let's ride Interstellar again. I love that coaster so much. I want to, and it looks so good at daytime. I love the vibes and the colors of the area as well at daytime. So I want to see this one. Oh, I'm gonna wait until one pulls into the station. Okay, we have one here. Okay, let's check this out once again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a track view. Let's check this out. Freaking love it. I'm gonna have to go and say that I think that is my favorite coaster in the park so far, but that might also be the last coaster of the park, unless you've snuck in another one back here. I think that looks like a coaster track. No, you're using the coaster track as some sort of unless that is an actual Cascade coaster. No, it's just for show. Interesting. I like the way you've used that as like kind of scaffold. So this is the nighttime area, the showstopper. And this had a custom video. I think it had custom audio, but they said, you know, it's not royalty free. Don't download this, yada, yada, yada. But they said, please download this video because that's what this is all about. So we went ahead and downloaded that. It doesn't look like there's a sequencer for me to push. I think it's just on auto loop. Is there a time of which this starts? Because I see all these lights. Look at this. That's a fair... Whoa, that's a Helion. That's crazy. I thought those were stage lights. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. The rainbow rig. Yeah, I thought that was stage lights. It feels that way. And then we have a motel back here. Beautiful. Motel, hotel, whatever you want to call it. Beachfront resort. With pools. Or hot tubs, I guess. Because you can swim right there. Even the detailing on the edge work. It's just so well done. Okay. Well, how do we watch the show? Do we just sit here on fast forward until things begin? I'm going to fast forward it and see what happens. When things start going crazy, and if you are prone to seizures and stuff from flashing lights, you might want to end the video off here. And this probably is the last thing we're going to look at before we do an overall view of the whole park. Am I missing a sequencer here? I think there's a way to show attach. Oh, whoa, it started. Let's sit back and look at this monstrosity. We'll sit here at the benches. Yeah, it would be nice to have the custom music here. Wow. Look at that. Look how freaking bright that is. I have to stand back even further. Whoa. That's so cool. And I love the shape of the roof, how you made that all out of coaster tracks. The patience is incredible. Good googly moogly. Would you look at that? So these are the things that are really hard to appreciate because the amount of lights and fireworks and crazy things on a sequencer, you're like, yeah, that's pretty amazing. But there's I would say this applies for most people. Not a inch in my bone makes me want to actually create that. I like looking at it, but if you told me, hey, make a light show, I mean, I can barely find the time to build a shop, yet alone a light show. So if all the things to build in a theme park, you know, coasters are the most exciting for most people. Rides are next. Shops are in there. Definitely for me, it was the shops when I built heavily in Planet Coaster. That's how I started off, was just shop after shop after shop. But when they created this studios pack with all the lights and the fireworks and all that stuff, I was like, I couldn't care less. I was not excited to do this. But I knew there would be people like NeonFeather here that are legends at making light shows and incredible displays of just awesomeness. And I couldn't imagine how hard it would be to make this a reality. And then the TV screens in the background as well. So I appreciate it when people put this stuff together. It's really cool. But like the amount of time that it takes you to do one light show probably equals the same amount of time it took you to build this park. And it just, it's so underrated. You don't see it that often. Just really wish we had the music along with it. That's too bad. Boom. Wow. But it definitely, it creates a spectacle, you know. Wherever you are in the park, you're going to see this. And you're going to go, let's go check that out. And like, look at this roof. This is all made out of coaster tracks, you guys. Individual coaster tracks. Makes this beautiful looking shell. And you even put the coaster tracks here to outline like the edging of the stadium. And a beautiful sign back here. This is exceptionally high quality work. Definitely a 2021 creation. And NeonFeather, I love the approach you took this time. You said, okay, I'm going to trim it back. We're not going to have 12 miles of coasters this time. I'm going to focus in on the details, but I'm still going to do what I do best and make awesome coasters and amazing theme parks. The pathing was great. The layout was great. Everything about this is just screams 2021 Planet Coaster. This is the evolution of builders right here. And it's not end to end to end to end, but it still takes up a good portion. And this is what I like to see. This is my favorite kind of spotlight right here. Just jam-packed full of details, visuals, amazing coaster creations. So good. Really high quality stuff right here. And my personal favorite nighttime park of 2021. If I were to go down in use the nomination form, I'd say best nighttime park of 2021 for this one. The way this whole area lights up, it feels very carnival-y, very midway. This is a kind of a park that you want to go to at night, but it's also beautiful by day. And obviously the show just takes it to the next level. Like, if you want to make an argument that another park is better than this at nighttime, I'd say, did it have a 7,000 trigger sequence show? Right? It's a great argument to like kind of prop that up there and say, yeah, this is one of the best nighttime parks of 2021. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. What a great park spotlight here today. Welcome back, NeonFeather. Love seeing your creation here. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below for NeonFeather. I'll also put a link down in the description for their last year's creation with 12 miles of coaster track with the Kestrel Park, which is also phenomenal. And in my opinion, you've outdone yourself from this one. Even though it's smaller, it's way more detailed, it's precise, realistic, and everything about it was just so spot on. So keep doing what you're doing, NeonFeather. I cannot wait to see what you do next. Keep having fun and keep up the good work. Boom. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it for me in today's episode of Park Spotlight. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.